And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Fair catch called for, but there is a flag on the play. We'll have to sort it out.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Leaves it with the running back. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tar Heels have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
The offense set for a first down play. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. That's caught. It's Rodgers. At midfield, he's got room. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Fires it down the seam. And that ball is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Hamilton. Still on his feet at the 45. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Quick pass on the fly motion. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games...
He lobs one high down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too.
I love it. The offense being aggressive. They're taking a shot. Good job by the QB getting a lot of air under that ball. And how about the receiver and his ability to track it?
The Tar Heels are threatening on 1st and goal. Quarterback looks for a little space. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit. And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Grab near the sticks. It's Rodgers. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Looking for a crease. It's Smothers. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Now the play fake. And he makes the grab, but the officials immediately signal that he's out of bounds.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Thomas back to pass. He wants to go deep. Grabs it inside the 15. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, NC State!
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Dialing up a second down pass play. It's complete along the sidelines. It's a catch inbounds, and it's a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
He's back to throw on second down. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
Comes out throwing on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. He's got it. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurately.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
Still looking on the move. Sails one into the middle. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take some. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown Tar Heels. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about single cover, double cover, triple cover. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
At the pace this guy's going at right now, this could be a record-setting type day. This could be a game for the ages for this dude. He already has 2 touchdowns, picks up that first down. This is still the first half, guys. What is this guy capable of doing the rest of the game? We're going to find out.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. After the big first down sack, it's second down. Thomas looking to fire. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play, they took a sack. This one, they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. Third down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
And he is corralled short of the line to gain. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Muscling ahead on third and short. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
When they've got him looking run, now to pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. This one's complete. At the 40, there he goes. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, I know everyone expected this guy to put up big numbers, but I don't know if anyone thought he could go for over 2,000 receiving yards on the year, but he did with that last catch. Wow.
Fast motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
It's complete on the right side. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
The Tar Heels will hustle to the line. Back to the air one more time. The sure hands, it's Hamilton. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Looking to throw on second down. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence.
Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, North Carolina.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
On target to the left. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He's looking to throw it. And that pass is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
Quarterback will audible. He'll start this drive firing. A shot toward the end zone, and they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
He's going to pass on second down. He's not afraid to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Got his man downfield. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. 1st and 10, they're down to the 25. Looking to move it through the air. Lets it fly deep downfield. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. They'll try the right side. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The play action fake. Looking for an open area to his left. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Finds his tight end. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Let's see what they've got on second down. Thomas back to pass. They've got the screen set up. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. Going for it all. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
This QB and his receiver really have found a nice rhythm early in this game. They've already linked up for a couple scores, so no surprise here before the end of the first half. They're looking for more, but give the defense credit when it's due. Nice job forcing an incompletion.
And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll throw it on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He's got it down the right side. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Tar Heels will kick it away to start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Oh, and the ball's out on the return. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. The head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Now on second down after the incompletion. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You could tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. Makes the catch. It's Hamilton. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. With jet sweep pass. Inside the 15. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
They'll go to the ground. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Tar Heels are threatening in the red zone. They'll run play action. Looking to the big tight end. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, UNC!
North Carolina.
They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Thomas looking to fire. Completes it in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Fires one high and deep. It's complete. A huge pickup. He's loose. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Gets it out quickly. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trench.
Touchdown, North Carolina State! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. But then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It has just been that kind of day for this guy. 4 picks now thrown in this game. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. He just hasn't been throwing the football accurately. This is a game he would like to soon forget.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Thomas back to pass. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds his big tight end. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
The give to the tailback. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to power their way ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your guys.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away.
Number 96, set to kick it off.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
On the set. Set.
That's the end of the third.
They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Give to the running back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
And the Tar Heels are rolling down the field. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Looking for room at the 30. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
They run the reverse. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Man, how college football has changed, right? Like receivers getting touches. Everybody's a weapon at all times. And listen, they're trying to get the ball to their playmaking receiver, maybe get some space, maybe make somebody miss. Marginal gain, still set up pretty good in the red zone.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Gets rid of it. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. To the ground to try to move the chains. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
All right, 4th and short. You need a field goal to take the lead. There's less than a minute left right now. I don't think you get aggressive here on 4th down. Just kick the field goal to give yourself a chance to...
Touchdown, Tar Heels! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. You know what? That's a bit of a trick play. Give it to the big guy. Let him tote that rock to the house.
It's a trick in college football now to even have a fullback in the game. Give it to the big fella. I'll tell you what, that's like tackling a tree stump. All legs, just big, stocky guy, get in the end zone.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The back goes in motion. Thomas looking to fire. Skips away from pressure. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. They got to him in a heartbeat. Man, was he back there quickly.
Yeah, and you could see the linebackers up near the line of scrimmage. Which one's coming? He comes flying through with great speed. The offense had no clue how to get him blocked, and he gets the big sack.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
Well, I'll tell you, he picked a good time to have his longest run of the day. Really nice job there, feeling the pressure, buying himself some time, and then taking off and getting north. And just so gifted when he's in the open field. That's going to really give a jolt to his offense.
He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. It's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Moving away from pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Gets down with the slide.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Buys a little extra time. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he'll slide after picking up the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Smothers. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Thomas back to pass. Got his man on the outside. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
I just love the awareness there, understanding where he is. He didn't get the first down, but he gets out of bounds. He knows he has a timeout in his back pocket, so he's still putting his offense in position here to drive the field, score, and win this game.
A 3rd and long coming up here.
29 Philly. Check. And go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you got to score, you got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost him.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the 4th quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go out and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the offense. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, North Carolina.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Touch pass on the run. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, North Carolina.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, North Carolina! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Number 0.
That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
If you consider the swing pass an extension of the running game, well, they shut down the run and the swing on that one.
No doubt. Locked him down. Great job seeing it right away. Eyes on the running back, and as soon as they threw it, multiple guys breaking on the football, getting to him, not letting him do any damage after the catch.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Thomas looking to fire. Trying to get to him. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in 3rd and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the...
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, UNC! They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th.
Carolina, 49. NC State, 28.
Kickoff team lining up to send this one away.
Kick it away.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. And they got to the line expeditiously, spiked it and stopped the clock.
Brings up third down.
Third and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Thomas back to pass. They'll run the screen. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
On third down, going up top. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
He'll take a deep shot here. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on down.
This is exactly how you draw it up. This is a situation where you can have all the easy stuff. We're not giving up the big play. The defense understands the situation, forces the incompletion, and now has a chance to just take that beautiful victory formation, run the clock, and get the W.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense in an empty set. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. He's going to throw deep right side. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. Catch inside the 25. They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the W. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.